how's it going?
Good, man. Welcome back.
Hey.
So, you ready to take a listen?
I'm ready.
All right, man. Let's set up.
Jerome's an awesome guy. He's super excitable, super fun guy. I knew it was going to be a fun delivery. So first thing we did is we showed him the subwoofer enclosure. He was just thrilled that it wasn't just laying back there taking up a bunch of space in his trunk anymore, molding it into the side cavity of his trunk. Showed him the aluminum plate we made to mount his amplifiers and how we did those properly. And then, I mean, really at the end of the day, turned it on for him, and he was actually able to achieve higher volume levels without just crazy distortion, and not only sounding not bad, but sounding great. So he was thrilled. It was a lot of fun.
That's nice.
Yeah?
That's nice. You get a full charge all around you. That's nice. Nothing like the last job. Please do not spend any of your hard-earned dollars. Audio Express. Terrible.
Honestly, it's not a big secret. You know, the most important thing I do is listen to the customer. So I went outside and met Jerome, and talked to him a little bit. Found out he was actually a previous customer that we did his last car for him. He was pleased with the results, but he sounded like he was kind of enticed by a deal. Like a friend of his, I believe worked for Audio Express or something like that, and told him that they could do it, no problem, and it'd sound great, and it'd be a smoking deal. So naturally, why wouldn't you go for the deal, right? So he went there, and then he came to us, and first thing I started doing was just wanted to take a listen to the car with him. So we got in the vehicle, and I asked him what his major complaints were about it, and he said, "Dude, it just doesn't sound right. Like I don't know how to explain it, but here, let me turn it up for you." Instantly, I knew there was something wrong with it.
So the first thing I noticed when I got in the vehicle was the sound. The bass was really, really weak for the subwoofer and the power that it had applied to it. But then it also it was kind of lifeless, and it just really wasn't exciting, and really that's what we do. I mean, music should be exciting and fun. It should make you want to tap your feet, bang your head, whatever you do. But at the end of the day, it's got to be something that's an improvement over the factory system, which having the Bose center point system is kind of a tough one to top, but you can do it if you really know what you're doing. So when I heard the way it sounded and the fact that they let it leave their shop sounding that way was the first indication that there might be some problems that we're going to uncover. Most of my work was to be done in the trunk because I was doing all the fabrication and stuff like that. So that's where I moved to next, and I started removing some panels. And when I did, I uncovered the Rockford amplifier that was used, that was mounted to the underside of the rear deck. And I noticed the wiring, the way it was done, was really kind of, not very professional, to say it a nice way. It was using a lot of butt connectors and T-taps and things that just are not meant to stand the test of time. And it just looked terrible. It was like one of those things where you uncover it and you're like, man, if the customer saw this, he would be so upset. And he did, and he was. And I think the last thing that we found that was really, really bad was the door speaker adapter plates. We found those, and they were just a joke. They were made out of wood. They didn't even come close to fitting. They weren't mounted properly. It was awful. So the thing about it is that, would a wooden template work? I mean, did that other one work? Yeah, technically it worked, but MDF in a door is not good because in a car, period, for the most part, is not good because water will get in there and it'll kind of impregnate the wood and expand and get really, really ugly. But the biggest thing for us is that what we always try and do is stick with the materials that the manufacturer would use. And the manufacturer would never, ever, 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 ever put wood in a door. Mm-hmm. And they would never do something just rough cut with a jigsaw like that. It's all going to be perfectly machined, designed to fit one way.
Like it should belong on the vehicle.
Exactly. So basically, this is kind of the benefit, one of the benefits that we bring to the table in terms of our facility and having all the router tables and stuff that we need. Our material selection and having the plastic and everything like that we need to make these things happen. But then also the skill set to be able to recreate something like this and get us out of this jam. Because if we didn't have that skill set, we'd just be kind of like I guess reusing their adapter plates, which then we're not really repairing the job, are we?
This right here, there it is. Wow.
So how was your experience with us?
This is excellent. I love coming here. You guys always take care of me. This is car number 2. I'm glad with the first one. That one was awesome. This one, 2 times. You guys are good. Excellent. Excellent. I love it.
Well, we're glad you're happy,
Wow.
Jerome.
Look, and
Another
look
happy
how I
customer
look.
here. Oh,
the
hold on.
Boston?
Let's go back. Come on.
This is great.
Come on, let's scale back there.
Now, I
Nice.
can look good and sound good same time. This is perfect.
Well, we do, we're certainly accustomed to good sounding audio here. So really it was more of like, okay, yeah, that's what it should sound like.